Welcome to Healthy You Fitness. I'm Amy. Welcome to my kitchen. I want to do a little nutrition food tip series on sugar. Sugar gets a really bad rap, as it should. There's not a lot of benefits to having added sugar in your diet. Women should be consuming about 6 teaspoons a day, men about 9, children even less than that. As Americans, we're all consuming over about 20 teaspoons of sugar a day. That's crazy, and it's wreaking havoc on our bodies. It's wreaking havoc on our healthcare system because so many people are sick. There's so much research out there that points to sugar as basically a cause of all of these leading illnesses like cardiovascular disease, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and even cancer. And by cutting out sugar, or not giving it to your kids right from the get-go, we can really be saving ourselves years and years of ailments and really unnecessary health issues. So what's the problem with sugar? There's no nutrients in it. It's empty calories, and it's basically a pure form of energy, which is great if you're a runner or you're doing a hard workout and you need to replenish energy. Then you have a hit of something with sugar, like the goo packs or the chews or Gatorade, because you need it. But beyond that, if you're not engaging in hardcore physical activity, you do not need to be adding extra sugar to your diet. There's lots of foods that contain natural sugar. Fruits are one of them that break down easily in the body that we do need because we do need energy sources. So I'm not saying you shouldn't have any sugar. What I'm saying is you shouldn't have added sugar. So you want to eat foods in their whole form and get the sugar from there. So consuming lots of calories of sugar can leave you nutrient deficient because you're filling up on all these other things and you're not getting the nutrients that your body needs. So there's several different kinds of sugars. Basically, you'll hear about fructose, and you hear that in many forms: high fructose corn syrup, fructose, I mean, there's a ton of them. Glucose. So there are different types of sugars, and they process differently in the body. And so, like, a quick, easy science kind of thing behind sugar is that people who are active, again, tend to break sugars down easily. So you find that active people tend to be a little bit leaner. They can handle a little bit more sugar, but they're probably also not eating a lot of sugar. Where sedentary people, or people who aren't active very often, are consuming more sugars and having a harder time breaking this down. So sugar is bad for your teeth because it feeds the bad bacteria in your mouth. It can cause what's called an insulin resistance, where your cells are used to breaking down the sugars and using it as an energy source, but when you consume so much of it, the cells can actually be like, I can handle more, and then it becomes resistant to breaking the insulin down. And that's when we have issues like obesity and cardiovascular disease, and that can lead to type 2 diabetes and cancer. Sugar is a big source of inflammation. So if you have joint issues, you have swelling, you have just general, overall not great health, you're probably having inflammation issues, and sugar just feeds it like crazy. Our bodies can actually get used to sugar. So you feel like you crave it all the time. It's not necessarily that you're craving it, it's that you're probably actually becoming addicted to it. Sugar has an actual physical addictive quality to it because when you eat sugar, the dopamine is released in your brain, which is a hormone that says, woohoo, you just took care of me, and it's like the reward center, right? So yeah, so sugar is addictive, and I have read research and seen studies on it being more addictive than cocaine. Which is crazy because most of us, stay away from cocaine, but yet we're okay with consuming refined sugars on a regular basis. And it has even more addictive qualities than some of these hardcore drugs. So that's kind of the basis of why you should not be adding extra sugars to your diet. And throughout the week, I'll go over like some healthier alternatives to sugars. and other sugar related things, like how do you deal with sugar cravings and what foods are good for sugar cravings and those kinds of things. But you know, for today, just start thinking about ways that you're adding in sugar that maybe you don't need to be for you and your family, because they can really lead to some serious health issues. So have a happy, healthy day.